Jinger Duggar Vuolo, former Counting On star, has finally answered a question that many fans have asked over the years. Given Duggar's own upbringing and seeing all of the different choices that her siblings have made, many were unsure which route she would take. Adding in how Jeremy was raised and lived his life prior to Jinger, fans were even more uncertain. One glaringly different choice that Jinger has made regarding her children is keeping their faces off of all social media. This is vastly different from her childhood being filmed for national television. Jinger and her husband Jeremy Vuolo, an American soccer player, have two daughters, Felicity, 5, and Evangeline, turning 3 later this month. The last time that either of their daughters' faces were seen on Jinger's social media was in November of 2019. Fans have begged and pleaded many times to see them, and have questioned the couple's motives for not showing them. Some commenters went so far as to suggest that their youngest daughter may have Down syndrome. In an Instagram story Q&A, Jinger stated, "You haven't seen much of them simply because we are wanting to give them a bit more privacy while they're so young." The Vuolos shared in an ET exclusive. "That's something we've talked about, my husband, Jeremy, and I. We both just really felt strongly that we wanted to keep our kids out of the public eye. I was raised on TV since the age of 10, and I see that I've had a lot of opportunities come up because of it." Jinger continues, "At the same time, there are difficulties being in that place, walking through the seasons of my life publicly. So we wanted to give our girls the opportunity to choose." She later added that they would support whichever decision their daughters choose, but ultimately will not make the decision for them in their youth. Since their initial decision, the girls have only been seen in small glimpses. Fans occasionally see photos of their hands or the backs of their heads. As any parent knows, there are an endless number of choices to make for the well-being of their children. The Vuolos are not exempt from that. Should they be shared on social media? What sort of diet should they be fed? How should they be educated? Jinger's parents ultimately homeschooled each of their 19 children. Jeremy, also, was homeschooled for the majority of his childhood. His parents did allow him to attend public high school for his senior year, though. That experience does offer him some valuable insight into what educational setting their girls should be immersed in. From time to time, Jinger does Instagram Story Q and sessions allowing fans to get some insight into their lives. Yesterday, one follower asked the question that many had on their minds. "What are you doing for school for the girls?" Jinger Duggar Vuolo allows fans to ask her questions about their lives from time to time. The Duggars' homeschooling method has been viewed adversely for many years, especially in light of certain Duggar children claiming their education was not very thorough. Various critics have expressed concern that the adult Duggar children will fail their kids by continuing the trend. Jinger did take the time to answer this question in her stories. She stated that they will be doing a Christian hybrid. They are considering a private Christian school for the future and taking it 1 year at a time. "How do you feel about the Vuolo's choice to have Felicity in a hybrid school? What do you think about the difference between homeschooling and private school?" Former Counting On star Jessa Duggar Seewald has fans voicing their concern after being caught doing something controversial. The controversy may not be what you think either. The Seewalds started their family in one of the Duggar hand-me-down properties and have since moved on to a home that better suits their family size. That move has led to a lot of renovations and DIY projects for Jessa, expanding Seewald family. Jessa Duggar Seewald and her husband Ben Seewald are parents to Spurgeon, 7, Henry, 6, Ivy, 4, and Fern, 2. They experienced a miscarriage last year and announced last month that they are expecting baby number 5. The couple welcomed all 4 of their children into the warmth of their first home and have recently purchased a larger home. Jessa and Ben plan to continue expanding their family. They agreed that they needed more space than the 1,000 square feet home could offer. Jessa said that the new fixer-upper almost doubled their space with 1,800 square feet of livable space. Following in her mother, Michelle Duggar's, footsteps, Jessa has chosen to also homeschool her children. In a new video, she shares a glimpse into the curriculum she has chosen. Seewald explains that she feels the best philosophy is to keep learning fun, and she shows off many educational games that she and the kids enjoy together. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar have shared many times that they believe that their children should have a wide variety of skills. Still, many fans of the show are shocked by the depth of Jessa's abilities. While a lot of their fixer-upper renovations have been completed by licensed contractors and some of Duggar Seewald siblings, Jessa got heavily involved too. Need some stairs built to add on to a playground. Jessa's your girl. Need a deck? Not so much. Although she has proven herself to be more than competent in basic construction, the Seewald's back deck proved to be a bit too much to take on herself. Thankfully, her brother Jeremiah and sisters Jana and Jordan were able to come in as reinforcements. Jessa stated that Jer was leveling the back deck and fixing her DIY wonkiness. It took the crew many hours to fix her mistakes and finish the deck, but finally, around 1:30 a.m. they were done. Minus a few boards yet to be bought. One DIY project that Jessa decided to tackle on her own was an open shelving concept for their kitchen. She planned to build 2 shelves in a nook in the kitchen to display her small plants and white dishes. Naturally, she took off to her local hardware store with kids in tow and purchased the necessary wood. Back out in the parking lot, Jessa explains that she will have to cut the boards so that they will fit in her van. Spurgeon, Jessa's oldest son, steps in as cameraman while she gets to work. She informs everyone that she always keeps a tape measure on hand, as she measures the boards and marks the wood with her fingernail. Seconds later, we see her cutting the wood with an electric circular saw, in the parking lot, propped on a shopping cart, balanced with her foot, wearing sandals. Jessa Duggar Seewald uses a shopping cart and sandaled foot to balance piece of wood, as she saws it down to size in hardware store parking lot. After posting the video to the family YouTube channel, fans went wild. Everyone seemingly has a problem with a different part of this action. This Reddit thread in particular couldn't decide what to be more baffled by. And safety bead asterisk 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 asterisk. Sandals using a shopping cart as a table. Now the reason she had an electric saw handy, who knows? I've had to do this. It was too long to fit in my car, but my husband was assisting and I wasn't pregnant. Many others reiterated similar comments asking where Ben was that his pregnant wife was having to handle this on her own. The vast majority, however, were confused as to why she didn't just have the workers of the hardware store cut it for her inside. Would you have cut the wood in the parking lot? Do you think she was in the wrong always on top of the latest Hollywood celebrity gossip and drama? Subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more videos and updates.